She's looking good this morning. Let's hope we can keep her in one piece. But first practice session of the year, and our only practice session of the year before our first race meeting on October 12th. Let's just hope she comes home one piece today, but let's find out. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading out to West Oz Quarter Scale Speedway Association. We're going to hit a couple of practice laps and get ready for our first race meeting on October 12th. Season started last week, but we didn't race, the car wasn't ready. We only picked up the body that morning, so we decided to not race that one, but we went out and watched a few laps and caught up with a few of the guys. So let's just see how today goes, and hopefully it comes back in one piece. We do have a stacked calendar for you this year, which includes a lot of racing, which is good, but we've got to make sure we get through it all in one piece and not do too much damage to the car like we did at last year's state title, which put an end to our season pretty early. But new body, new everything on it, should hold up. We've been recommended this body by a few of the guys down there, especially the business, so we'll hope that it holds up and does what everyone says. But I've got mates that run with this one, and they say that they've had a few accidents, they've rolled it a few times, and they're still using the body to this day. So I've heard pretty good things. First time running this body. It's a little bit heavier than what the last one was, but today is the big day that we actually find out how we go. Everything's ready, we're all good to go, getting set up, and we'll be on our way to the track shortly. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below and put the bell notification on so you get notified when we upload. Also follow our Facebook page at Wombat Racing. We have our season calendar up there as well, which I'll include into this video for you guys if you want to pause and take a look at. We've got all of the results up from our previous meetings from last year. You can also find our first season on the YouTube channel under the playlists, so make sure you go and check that out as well. But stay tuned for the ride. We've got one hell of a long season, and we hope for some really good results, but we won't know until we get to the track, and we won't find out until the end of season. But let's just hope for a really good season and hope we have a car straight and run as many races as we can. But that's our aim for the season. Run as many races as we can, not necessarily a podium. Don't mind about that, not yet anyway. We don't have the power in the car, but look, if we can keep the car straight and get it all sorted and finish a few races and get through a calendar without wrecking the car and having to replace bits and pieces like we already have this year, then hey, it's a win for us. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe, share this with all your mates, pass it around, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you later on. We'll do a recap of practice. So unfortunately that was not the practice session we wanted. We had too many issues. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. We ended up losing a wheel and bearing on the track in the first practice session, so we pulled off, brought it back into the pits and got it all back together. Everything was fine. We checked all the other wheels. Like, okay, we'll go back out there, we'll see how we go. Got back out there for the second one, and we then got hit, and unfortunately it bent the body into the wheel and locked up. So we had to go in, sort that issue out, which we did, manage to get back out there. Then we lost connection with the controller, which we thought, okay, maybe it's just a connection issue, could be batteries, could be anything. Looked it all over, checked it all out, tried it all, everything seemed fine. Went back out on the track, again, same issue, died out. Okay, batteries might be going. So we put all new batteries into it, it was all fine. Put the old batteries back in, all fine. Okay, no worries at all. We'll now flick it across and see how we go. Started back up, got out for the next practice session, and again, same thing. We done 2, maybe 3 laps. Died out in the back straights on, I think it was lap 3 or 4. So we managed to limp it to the infield under whatever power it had left going through it. I was holding down the throttle, like full throttle, going through it. Just absolutely nothing was working. Okay, shit, what's going on here? We ended up finding out that it was the carburetor, which was on its way out. So we have to get a new carburetor. And so one of the guys down there, he lent me his carby out of his speed car, which he was having issues with. So we went, look, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. See if it's the carby in the late model that's going off, and we'll try the carby from the speed car to see if that's what the issue is. We threw the carby from the speed car into the late model. Worked beautifully, all fine, it went. So obviously it was something else to do with the speed car that had the issue. Now my late model started working. I'm like, okay, so took it back over to my pit bay, got what I needed to, put it on the ground, pushed it to the dummy grid, and that's when the wheels started going all spaz, which you'll see when I throw the clip in. Once that started up, we're like, okay, this ain't right, what's going on? Turned around, went back to the pit bay, and we believe that we might have an electrical fault within the servo. So now I've got to go buy another servo, which I've now got to go and get priced and make sure I get the right one and all the rest of it. So I've got to make a few adjustments during the next couple of weeks. But we're now in a dash. We've got 2 weeks to our first race meeting on October 12, and the car is far from ready at the moment. I'm glad we went out to a practice session, because with that practice session, we wouldn't have known what this issue was. But I've got a few of the guys that have said, look, bring the car down, first race meeting of, well, the next race meeting anyway, because we started last week. Bring your car down on October 12, we'll try and throw it all together, pull it all apart before a race meet, and I'm sure a lot of the boys will come and give us a hand, which they've all said, yep, we will. So, take the car down early on October 12, pull it all apart, throw a new carby in it, throw a new servo in it, get everything sorted, and now we just hope that we keep a car straight and we have a car going for the practice session. But as you've seen in whatever footage I captured, there wasn't much happening, and I had no luck with the car today, unfortunately. So we've got a bit of an issue, we've got a lot to work with. We'll work on at least over the next 2 weeks. So this is where it starts to get busy. We're now into the season, everything else is done, so all my focus now goes to the late model. And now we've just got to hope for the best and hopefully have a car going for the start of the season for us. But other than that, guys, I apologise that I couldn't get any other footage of the practice sessions. There wasn't much happening. The car wasn't running as well as I hoped. We're hoping that it's not too major and it's just a servo issue, but we'll find that out in coming weeks. But stay tuned for this ride, because it's going to be one hell of a long season, especially if we have all these issues. So thank you to all my sponsors and everyone that supports me. TAPP Tenna, Blokes Advice, Dixon's Hazard Response, and Go Auto Detailing as well. Make sure you go and check all of those guys out on Facebook. Also go and give our Facebook page a like, Wombat RC Racing. All the links will be down in the description down below, so make sure you go and check those out. Make sure you also subscribe if you haven't. But other than that, guys, I guess we'll have to get back out on track and hope for the best for the rest of the season. It's a long way to go until the end. We're only just starting, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and be on the road with me, and hopefully we can get somewhere decent. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching.